Hey there, a little something different today. I'm going to be going over every single thing that I bought to make a real start on my filmmaking journey. And my table is pretty cluttered right here, and some are on the ground as well. Because I've bought too many things, and I cannot name the first ever item that I bought for, to start. But the top of the pile here, the pile of boxes, is an Apexel 11-in-1 smartphone lens kit. See, the purpose of these third-party lenses is to make your shots, your cell phone shots, look better, more artistic, more professional. Some terms that you might have heard before. Boom. So it has that clip and 11. You don't need any of these. You don't need any of them. You see, to make really good shots, you don't you don't just need expensive. These are inexpensive. They were 20 something dollars from Amazon. No, they're not from Amazon. I forgot. You don't just need these or a better camera or just anything that enhances whatever you have now. What you need is a vision, your own vision. And yes, these do help bring those to life, but if you're very intentional with it, there's really nothing stopping you from making really, really beautiful images. Now, onto the next box, a 4-in-1 smartphone lens kit. This is okay. This one I bought before that because I was like, oh, there's a bigger range of lenses to choose from this kit. This one had a tripod. It had a 22 times telephoto lens. It had other three other lenses. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. And here it is. And I'm using the tripod right here for my little mic. And we're gonna get to the mic soon. You also don't need this. You don't need it. You can prop your phone up on any surface. You can use anything. You can use a table, a chair, just some surface outside, inside, to prop your phone up and start recording. You don't need a tripod. You don't need those lenses. You don't need a 22 times telephoto lens if you don't have a reason for it. And you genuinely do not need all this cool looking equipment to make good art. You just need your vision once again. You just need intentionality. You just need purpose for what you do. Now, on to the next thing. This was given to me as a gift. A K9 wireless microphone. See, it was pretty good when I first started using it, right? Because I didn't know what other microphones would sound like. Now with audio equipment, this we can be a little bit more lax with because it's excusable. Audio, as some people would say, is 50% of the videos or films that you make. And some people argue that it's even more than that, 80, 70, 80%. And I agree to some extent. But like like I said, you don't necessarily need it to start. What you need is a vision, intentionality, a purpose. You don't need to start making films with good audio. You just need. Personally, I started with still shots of just random mundane things. Like, I liked how a tree looked right beside a bus stop while it was raining, and so I filmed that. It was on my old phone, and even to this day, I thought that it was quite a profound shot. There was no sound element to it that enhanced it or was related to it. My old phone's mic wasn't very good, but the shot itself was good. So I think focusing on the visual things before the audio and practicing that aspect of filmmaking is a good way to be productive in the way you grow into the filmmaker you want to be. And you don't necessarily need to incorporate audio elements, or like, well, you kind of do need to, just to make it more engaging. But when you're editing, oh, and that's another point I want to make later. When you're editing, you can just put music over it, music that fits the mood of whatever shot you made. It doesn't. You can make a silent film as your first film. The film that you made a start with. Now, the next item that I did buy, remember this is in no sequential order because I don't remember, was this. This is the mic that I'm using right now. It's a lavalier microphone, and it's a condenser mic, and I thought it was promising, right? It was $30-something. Like, it has a lot of incredible just aspects to it. It has this really cool looking transmitter, and it looks like it's been made very well. It is very good audio, as you might be hearing, unless it's died unexpectedly. No, that's a different thing. It has a battery life of 700 hours, so we're fine. It's perfect for cell phone photography. Oh, sorry, cell phone filmmaking. It's perfect for that, and I do recommend this. But like I said, you don't need to buy it just yet to make a start. Film something. I'm feeling very redundant right now, and I'm actually very sick of hearing myself talk. But film something that you think is profound, something that actually matters to you, because that projects onto what the image looks like. If you want to start a radio show or a podcast, yeah, audio equipment is important, but with something visual like photography or filmmaking, you don't necessarily need audio equipment to start recording things. Just start with the visuals and then work your way towards it, but just make a start, right? This is something that I can't stress enough, because I just went through so much procrastination. That's a short film that I made, by the way, and this is not a promotion thing. But I procrastinated starting with a short film because I thought I didn't have the best equipment for it. Look at this. It's a gimbal. It's a gimbal that I use for a short film that I filmed with my friend for media studies. And it was very, very helpful, honestly. It was very easy to use, and it has just incredible components to it. It has like a little light to it. It's not in here, but it's up there. It has a light, it has a remote control for when you want to start recording and you're far away from the phone, which I utilized a lot. And it stabilizes your footage. And that worked for me. But I did not need to use that. I feel like shaky cinematography is so impactful, and I feel like it's looked down upon for no reason. If there's a purpose for it, then use shaky footage. Like with my short film, it's about mental health, and I feel like if I had taken it off the gimbal and just held it without the phone stabilization, that's another thing. Phones have stabilization systems in them, but if I'd used my phone without any stabilization with one of those shots, it would have been so much more powerful. It just would have been so much more powerful. And I feel like shaky footage is like the foundation of beginner filmmakers, because it's like it's got a really cool aesthetic. It's got like a really cool vibe. Okay, maybe not cool if the context is about some detrimental mental health stuff, but it has a real effect on viewers. And I feel like utilizing that in the beginning sets you apart from a lot who obviously has not started because they're too fussy with what they actually have in their disposal. Now, this is something that I did show in my last video. This tripod is being used right now. This light, very good light. This shotgun mic, it's not this, it's this. Very good mic. And like I've said countless times, you don't need it. And for me, I think buying it was more of an impulsive purchase more than a purposeful one. But look at me, I made a start. But I didn't need to buy this to make a start. So I feel like a hypocrite here. But this is something I would have told myself a few years back. This is something I would have told myself. Wait, this is something I would have told my 2 year back. Myself 2 years back. Oh my god, I can't. I'm not cutting that out. Mistakes are cool as well. They're the foundation of progress. But I have bought so many things. And this was after I had filmed 2 short films. 4 short films, right? Never mind, I'm not being a hypocrite. I actually did start without any of these. Like my first short film was Breakfast. I just took a couple shots, edited them together, and I got a pretty cool product. And I got to speak my mind. I got to give a piece of my mind before actually starting this type of giving a piece of my mind. But I started, and I feel like personally I underrate that film because of what I have now. But honestly, it's a pretty I was pretty happy with it at the time, and I think now I still am, because I'm talking about what I did now. Oh, I'm talking about what I did a few years back now. And the moral of the video, just start. Just start. Just start with anything. Just film something. Learn composition. Learn how to actually tell visual stories, and that is free. Just learn things. And honestly, this is a different video altogether, but this video was inspired by a few Instagram reels. And that's a like I said, that's a different video altogether, and I will film that maybe tomorrow. But just make a start, because the world is missing out on what you can do. And they really want to see that. Trust me. If you can if you have something to give or tell the world, give it to them or tell it to them, because they're dying to hear it. And I'm sorry if you haven't been told that earlier, but they're dying to hear it. Thank you.